Hello. This is a lecture on how to access the OWL at Purdue, which will be your MLA style guide, as well as how to deal with Microsoft Word. In the modules, in the discussion board sections of them, which you'll notice all have this same picture. There's also a link to the OWL at Purdue. The OWL, or Online Writing Lab, is a fantastic online resource that will guide you through how to do MLA in-text citation, what a paper might look like, formatting quotations, endnotes and footnotes if you use those, works cited page, which you will spend a lot of time with, general format. This is the OWL at Purdue. I recommend that you read through each of these. It'll show you how to format your papers for MLA format. You might use other format styles in other classes. The OWL is great. It has Chicago. It has, I believe, there's notation for APA. Yes. Some of your other classes might use different formats. The humanities primarily use MLA, which is what we teach. It will give examples of how a paper looks, including your name, the professor's name, the class, and the date of submission. This may seem a little bit overwhelming, but there's actually a very easy way to set this up. The university provides free Microsoft Word. If you go to Microsoft Word, this should be the first screen that you see. If you create a new document, you might get a bunch of templates. If MLA doesn't show up there, and I doubt it will, type in MLA, which will bring up 3 templates. This second one I find is the better one. It'll ask you to create. And this gives you the format. Start with your name and your instructor's name. And the course number. Also put the section, whatever section you happen to be. Professors tend to teach more than one course. And for the date, I'll use today's date. This is first page formatting. This only appears on the first page. If you scroll down and look at other pages, you'll notice that it's not there anymore. Per one of your textbooks, this is the manner in which I'd like to see the date presented. That is the day, the month spelled out. Don't write sept or nov. You can spell out the day, the month. September, and then the year, 2020. No punctuation. That's it. Remember to put your last name up at the top in the header. And then write your title. We will go over titles in another module, but you should know going forward that titles do work. So, for your first paper, your title will not be first paper. first paper assignment is the Why I Write assignment. So you will not title your paper. You'll have to come up with something more creative. And then you can start to write your paper. This template also shows you how to upload tables, which you will not use in this class, and graphs and images, and how they are formatted. Again, you won't use that in this class. You may, however, use that in other classes. At the end of your paper is a works cited page, which is not required for the first paper, but will be required for the second, third, and fourth. There are other word processing programs. OpenOffice is one. I would not use Google Docs at all. For some reason, it messes with the format and it's difficult to make into a PDF. A PDF, permanent document format, is what you will submit to me when you are submitting me your papers. In order to create a PDF in Microsoft Word, go to File, and you may have this button here that says Save as Adobe PDF. If you do, great, just do that. Another way to do it is to go to Print. If you do the drop-down menu under the printer, there might be several printers there, the printer that you own perhaps. It might have Adobe PDF, and it should have Microsoft Print to PDF, which is the best one. Hit Print, and it'll ask you where you want to save it. Now that it's saved, you can open it and look at it. As a PDF. If you'll notice, I can't go in there and edit anything. This is the format you will submit your papers in. To submit your papers, there will be an element at the end of the module for the week that the paper is due. If you look at Module 2, your first paper assignment is written there. I want you to consider all of these things when you're writing your paper. You do not have to include all of these elements in your paper, but I want you to consider them. Bear in mind, this paper is not due this week. This is merely the assignment itself. In that, you will find a grading rubric, which shows you exactly what I am looking for in the paper and how many points you will get for each thing. There are rubrics for all of the assignments. The first paper is due in the fourth module. If you scroll back up and look for the fourth module, over here you'll see it's between September 14th and September 20th. Scroll to the bottom, and you'll see the elements Why I Write Intention Essay. Turn in your Why I Write essay here. You'll click on this. I'll show you the directions again. Do not write submission. Browse your computer. Find your paper and upload it, then press submit. Per the instructions, your paper is due before midnight on Friday, the 18th of September. You have roughly 17 days to write your paper. Per the first module, in the part that says assignments, you will see that assignments will always be due no later than Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time for each given week, unless otherwise noted. Discussion boards, or your CRRs, will be due no later than Sunday of that week. Plan your time accordingly. That is an introduction to MLA formatting, dealing with Microsoft Word, and how to submit your assignments.